All right, Patriots Nation, buckle up because we've got a lot to unpack from what might just be one of the most exciting wins of the season. For weeks, we've been talking about when these young guys would finally get their shot, and now that they didn't just show up, they took over. The Patriots walked into Tampa Bay and played with heart, grit, and confidence, and honestly, the rookies were the story of the game. It wasn't about luck or a fluke performance. It was about raw talent, patience, and a coaching staff finally trusting the young guns to go out there and make plays. And they did just that. Let's start with the man of the moment, Tavon Henderson. 9 long weeks. That's how long fans have been waiting to see him unleashed. Every week, people were asking the same question. Why isn't he getting playing time? Well, week 10 came around, and that question got answered loud and clear. Henderson was electric. Every time he touched the ball, you could feel something different. The kid ran like he had something to prove, like all the frustration of sitting on the bench was bottled up and waiting to explode on the field. 14 carries for 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, and over 10 yards per carry. Those numbers speak for themselves, but the eye test told an even bigger story. The vision, the acceleration, the way he cut through the defense, it was special. The Patriots were facing a tough Buccaneers team, fresh off a bye week, in their own house, sitting at 6-2. That's not an easy environment for any rookie to make a statement, but Henderson didn't just show up, he dominated. The first time he broke through that line for 55 yards, you could feel the momentum shift. Then he hit another gear. The 70-yard touchdown, that was pure speed and confidence. According to Next Gen Stats, he reached a top speed of 22 miles per hour on that run, the fastest by any rookie ball carrier this entire season, and one of the top speeds in the entire league. That's not just impressive, that's elite-level athleticism. But what really stood out wasn't just the stats. It was how smart he played. On that 70-yard run, as he sprinted toward the end zone, he actually looked to the sideline, checking with his coaches to see if they wanted him to go down to kill the clock. That's what you call awareness. Most rookies would have just gone straight for the highlight reel. But Tavon paused for a split second, looked over, and only finished the play once the coaches gave him the green light. That's what separates players who just want numbers from players who want to win. It shows maturity, discipline, and exactly the kind of team-first attitude that defines the Patriots culture under Mike Vrabel. He's not playing for himself. He's playing for the team. And that kind of mindset pays off big time. Now, let's not forget the circumstances that led to this breakout. Ramondre Stevenson was sidelined with a toe injury, and Terrell Jennings, who started the first drive, went down early with a knee issue. That opened the door for Henderson, and boy did he kick it open. Once he got his touches, there was no turning back. Every run was powerful. Every cut was sharp. He wasn't afraid to lower his shoulder, and once he hit open field, no one was catching him. The patience he's shown over these 9 weeks, staying ready, learning, waiting for the opportunity, that's exactly what the coaches talk about when they preach next man up. And when his number was finally called, he made sure no one would forget it. After the game, Henderson was humble as ever. When asked how it felt, he said, "It felt good. This season has had its ups and downs, but I'm thankful for the way things have played out. It's helped me grow, not just as a player, but in my faith." That's the kind of mindset that builds long-term success. He wasn't out there talking about proving people wrong or demanding more carries. He was talking about gratitude and growth. That's rare to see, especially in a young player. Now, to be fair, the running game as a whole still has work to do. Take away those 2 long runs, and the numbers look rough. The Patriots continue to struggle running between the tackles, and that's something the offensive line and play calling need to figure out. When they tried to push it up the middle, it just didn't work. Jennings had 4 carries for only 5 yards before his injury, and even Henderson got stuffed on some interior runs. The outside zone runs, though, were a different story. When he bounced it outside, that's where the magic happened. You could see the blocking adjustments and credit where it's due. Putting Kais Tonga at fullback might be one of the smartest tweaks this coaching staff has made all year. His size and athleticism in that role open up space in a way we just haven't seen from the Patriots' run game in years. And now the big question everyone's asking. When Ramondre comes back, who should start? Do you stick with the veteran who's been the lead back? Or do you ride the hot hand with Henderson? Stevenson's still the more experienced guy, And when healthy, he's a beast. But how do you bench a rookie who just put up nearly 150 yards and looked explosive on every touch? That's the kind of problem coaches love to have. Either way, it's a good sign. For the first time in a while, the Patriots' backfield looks deep, dynamic, and dangerous. But the story of the game wasn't just the offense. The defense deserves their shine too. And another rookie made his presence felt, Woodson. From the moment the game started, he was everywhere. 3 solo tackles, 5 assists, and 2 key pass breakups. The guy played like a veteran. He's fearless, physical, and reads plays like he's been in the league for years. The highlight came late in the fourth quarter. Baker Mayfield was driving down the field, trying to pull off one last comeback. The Bucs were in Patriots territory. It was a big moment, and Mayfield found Cade Otton across the middle. Then out of nowhere, Woodson came flying in and absolutely lit him up, knocking the ball loose. That hit changed everything. It stopped Tampa's momentum cold and set up the Patriots to seal the game. That's the kind of clutch play that wins football games. And what's impressive is that Woodson has been consistent since week 1. Every week, you see him getting a little more confident, a little more assertive. He's not just filling gaps, he's setting the tone. The Patriots' safety depth looked shaky at the start of the season, but with this kid emerging, things are starting to look solid. He plays with heart, communicates well, and he's got that edge that every great defender needs. And then there's Kyle Williams. 1 catch. That's all it took. But what a catch it was. 72 yards, a touchdown, and a reminder of why the Patriots didn't feel pressure to make a big trade for a receiver before the deadline. Williams has that burst, that next-level speed that can take the top off any defense. The play itself was beautiful. Drake may drop back, scanned the field, and launched it perfectly in stride. Williams took off like a rocket, burned the secondary, and was gone. It was his moment, and he made it count. That play completely shifted the game's momentum and reminded everyone that this offense has explosive potential. And let's talk about that speed for a second. Williams hit 21.78 miles per hour on that touchdown run, the fastest recorded speed by any rookie ball carrier this season. Well, until Henderson topped him later in the same game. 2 rookies, same team, both clocking over 21 miles per hour in the same game. That's unheard of. The Patriots finally have that element of speed that fans have been craving for years. No more relying only on short passes and grinded-out drives. With guys like Williams and Henderson, this offense can actually stretch the field and scare defenses deep. When you look at these 3 rookies, Henderson, Williams, and Woodson, you can't help but feel like something's building in New England. These aren't just flashes of potential. These are guys who stepped into big moments and delivered. And that's what separates good rookies from future stars. You can feel the chemistry developing, the energy shifting, and even the veterans are feeding off it. The locker room feels different when the young players start leading by example. The Patriots' remaining schedule looks manageable too. The Jets, the Giants, the Bengals, the Dolphins, the Jets again. There's a real opportunity here. If these rookies keep improving, if the team stays healthy, and if Drake May continues to develop his connection with these young weapons, the Patriots could very well surprise a lot of people down the stretch. The AFC picture is still wide open, and momentum is a powerful thing. And after this game, it feels like the Patriots just found theirs. What made this win so special for New England wasn't just the numbers or the big highlights. It was the energy. You could feel a different kind of heartbeat in that locker room, a spark that's been missing for a long time. After weeks of frustration and close losses, the team finally played loose, confident, and fearless. And the best part? It was the young players leading the way. They weren't intimidated by the moment or by the fact that they were facing a veteran quarterback like Baker Mayfield on the road. They played with the kind of swagger that says, "We belong here." And honestly, that might be the biggest story of all. Drake May deserves credit too. The rookie quarterback didn't put up monster stats, but what he did was manage the game with poise beyond his years. He didn't force throws, didn't panic under pressure, and kept the offense moving. It's easy to forget that he's still learning this system and facing NFL defenses for the first time, but he's showing progress every single week. The deep connection with Kyle Williams was a glimpse of what this offense could look like once the chemistry fully clicks. The timing, the trust, the confidence to let it rip, it's starting to come together. The Patriots finally have a young core on offense that can grow together instead of being a patchwork of veterans and short-term fixes. On the sidelines, you could see Coach Mike Vrabel's fingerprints all over this win. His leadership style is fiery but disciplined. He's building a culture that mirrors what the old-school Patriots used to have: toughness, accountability, and attention to detail. Every player knows their role, and they play for each other. When Henderson looked toward the coaches before scoring, that was a perfect example of how much trust exists between player and staff. Vrabel has been preaching patience, resilience, and unity all season, and now it's paying off. You could tell from the body language of the team that they believe in what they're building. It's not about flashy plays or personal stats. It's about winning the right way. Even the defense, which has struggled at times this year, played like a unit. The communication was better, the tackling was cleaner, and they finally showed that bend but don't break attitude that defined the Patriots for years. Craig Woodson and Jalen Hawkins have quietly developed into a promising safety duo. Woodson's physicality complements Hawkins' instincts perfectly. You can see the chemistry building in the secondary, and it's allowing the corners to play more aggressively. The coverage on deep balls has improved dramatically since the start of the season. There were a few moments when Baker Mayfield tried to test them downfield, but every time, there was a Patriot there to make a play on the ball. That confidence on defense is contagious. And then there's the front seven. They played with intensity, especially when it mattered most. You could feel the shift in momentum whenever they started to get pressure. The linebackers filled gaps better, the edge rushers contained the pocket, and the defensive tackles clogged the middle. Tampa's run game never really got going because the Patriots shut down the lanes early. You could tell that Vrabel's defensive philosophy, control the line of scrimmage and make the opponent uncomfortable, was finally starting to take hold. When you combine that kind of defensive consistency with explosive rookie talent on offense, you start to see a formula that works. Another thing that stood out in this game was how the veterans embraced the rookies. Guys like Matthew Judon and Jawan Bentley were constantly hyping them up, talking to them after plays, guiding them through adjustments. That's what builds a culture that lasts. You can have talent, but without leadership and unity, talent doesn't matter. This game felt like the first time in a while where everyone was on the same page, pulling in the same direction. You could sense it on the field, the celebrations, the energy, the way they picked each other up after every big moment. This wasn't just a win. It was a statement. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In what could be one of the most talked about moves of the season, whispers around the league are heating up as the New England Patriots reportedly snatch QUINNEN Williams away from the New York Jets. While nothing has been officially confirmed, sources close to the situation suggest that the Patriots are looking to make a statement on their defensive line, and landing a talent like Williams would certainly fit the bill. The buzz is that New England is eager to protect their front seven, and adding a dominant interior defensive lineman could change the way opposing offenses plan their games. Rumors indicate that Williams, known for his ability to collapse the pocket and disrupt both the run and pass, has long been a target for teams looking to revamp their defensive front. The Jets' locker room is reportedly buzzing with mixed reactions, as losing a player of Williams' caliber could leave a noticeable gap in New York's interior line. Meanwhile, Patriots fans are said to be ecstatic at the prospect of pairing him with an already formidable defensive unit, imagining the havoc he could wreak alongside the likes of Matthew Judon and the rest of New England's pass rushers. Insiders suggest that negotiations may have been in motion for weeks, with the Patriots pulling out all the stops to make this happen. While no official contract details have leaked, speculation is running wild that this move could be accompanied by significant draft capital or player exchanges. The league's chatter is comparing this potential acquisition to some of the most aggressive defensive plays in recent memory, highlighting the Patriots' willingness to bet big on the trench battle. Analysts are already dissecting the implications. Could this be the piece that finally solidifies New England's defensive identity for the next few years? Could the Jets' front seven struggle to recover without their star interior defender? Social media is alight with debates, with fans of both sides weighing in and imagining how game plans might shift. One thing is certain. If the rumors hold any truth, this is more than just a roster tweak. It's a statement of intent, and the NFL is watching closely. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.